Yogi Ferrell with the behind the back dribble and scores.
That little fella right there, he makes everyone else better.
Yogi Ferrell, a pretty move by Yogi.
What's your initial reaction to joining that list of the 16 best of this decade?
Man, that's just a huge honor. I didn't even know they were voting for that, or that wasn't even coming up soon. I had no idea. But to be a part of that is really something great, man. I can only thank my coaches and my teammates and the fans for just making my experience memorable at IU. And if I had to do it all over again, I definitely would.
Do you have a specific moment, whether it be on the court or off the court, or an experience overall that stands out to you from your 4 years in Bloomington?
I probably have to say on the court, when we played North Carolina my freshman year for the Big Ten ACC Tournament Challenge, I would say that was the craziest game still to this day that I've been a part of. I just remember I couldn't hear my teammates the entire game because the arena was so loud. So that's just something that I'll never forget.
What about passing Isiah Thomas? I mean, widely considered one of the greatest players, not just in Indiana, but in college basketball history, and you pass him for the Indiana all-time assist record. What did that moment mean to you, and is that still burned in your memory?
Oh, most definitely. And that attributes to my father. My father always told me, first you get your teammates involved, and then you get yourself involved. So I just tried to implement that my 4 years at Indiana. And I had some great shooters on my team too, so that made it a lot easier for me to break that assist record.
Obviously, you have to spend a lot of time playing games as well. You finished your Indiana career having played and started more games than any other Hoosier ever. When you think of that record, A, what allowed you to accomplish it, and B, how proud are you to see your name above everybody else for games started in the amazing history of Indiana basketball?
Yeah, well, I say the way I was able to do that is us being in the weight room pretty much every day. I think that the strength and conditioning coaches that I had at IU at the time, I had two at the time, two my first 2 years and two my second 2 years, they got my body really right. You know, when I got to college, that was kind of the first time I really dug down into the weight room aspect of it, got my body right, got bigger, and was able to battle with those guys. And for me to be able to play all those games and, you know, thank the Lord that I didn't have any significant injuries. You know, I had a sprained ankle. I remember I hurt my elbow one time, but, you know, I never wanted to be left out of it. That was my mentality, is that I'm going to go out there and play every single game hard every single night.
When people start to think about your career, and they already have, since it's now been, well, it's been way too long. It makes me feel old to think about how long it's been since you left Bloomington. But when Hoosier fans remember Yogi Ferrell, how do you truly want to be remembered?
I just want to be remembered as the guy who gave it his all every single game, every single night out. I just went 100%, whether it was defense, offense, getting a rebound, taking the charge. You know, my mentality is to win, and I wanted to leave Indiana a winner, and I feel like I did.
Where did your belief come to convince yourself that no matter the situation, you were good enough to make it happen?
Well, for me, my belief comes from the work that I put into it, and that's where I get my confidence from. So that's why I work so hard in the gym every single day, because I know that when I step out during a game, it's all going to take care of itself, you know. So that's why I work so hard, and I got that belief when I was young. My dad really instilled that in me. He first saw it. He first saw my ability, my capability. He saw where I could be, and so I kind of just took it from there.
Hey, Yogi, thanks for the time. Really enjoyed catching up. Congratulations on the honor and best of luck.
All righty. Thank you, Rick.